This is the free website you'll be able to create after watching this tutorial. All the buttons and even the embedded video work. Also look at this little arrow button. When you click there, it will take you back to the homepage. You can create your website with or without a navigation bar. Also, your website will be responsive, meaning that it will look good on desktop but also mobile devices. I'll be using a Canva free account during this tutorial just to show you that everyone can create a website in Canva and that the whole process can be completely free. We're going to start by going to the websites tab in the home page, so you will see this icon. Click here, and from here you can see that there are different styles of website templates that you can use. So there is website, business website, portfolio, event, education, retail, bio link, service, and so on. You can not only find this type of websites, but you can also search for anything that you have in mind. So let's say that you want to create a restaurant website. I'm gonna type restaurant website on this search bar, hit enter, and like this find a template that really works with what you need to create. Let me go back to the home page. I'm still under the websites tab, and this time I'm going to business website. You can hover on top of the image and then click on the magnifying glass icon. This is going to take you again to the search result page, but we're going to have only website templates related to business. From here you can try to find a template that really suits the content that you need to put into your website, but don't worry if you don't find the perfect template, because I'll show you a simple trick that you can use to really make your website unique. So I'm going for a simple template like this one. I'm gonna click on this image. From here you can preview the website template by scrolling down, and I believe we can use a couple of these pages, and most of them I'm going to delete them and create some other new pages. So I'm gonna click on customize and this template, which is going to take us to the editor, and from here it is pretty easy to customize your website. And now, before we start customizing and designing our website, I believe it's quite important for you to already have very clear how many pages you are going to need, the kind of images, videos, or icons that you would like to use on your website. This is going to really help you speed up the process of your website creation. In my case, I want to create a website related to our YouTube membership. So I know that I want to have 3 different pages, one as a cover, a second one with the 2 tiers that we have on our membership, and the last one I want to have a video and a button so you can learn more about the membership, and then the join button next to it. Also, I forgot to mention that I'm leaving the link to the final outcome in the description. You can check it out from your desktop but also your mobile phone and see for yourself how the buttons and the video work. Now we're gonna start customizing this website, and I'm also going to show you how you can mix different templates, because the template that I see here, there are some pages that can work, but not most of them. So I think if I go here to the templates section, I can find some other templates that have pages that I can actually use on my final design. The first thing you would like to do is to change the name of your documents, and you can do it from here. So this is the default name that we have on our website document, so I'm going to delete it, and then this is the name that I want to use. I leave it like this and then hit enter. Now I'm gonna start customizing this template. You know that you can change anything in Canva, so you can customize the text, you can add images, you can add videos, you can add icons, and you can also create buttons. So let's start by customizing the text. I'm going to double click on any of the text boxes to access this text and be able to write my own. So I'm gonna type here Team Rondi, and then I want this website to be about our membership, so join our membership. And then what we can do is to add another text box. You can do it by pressing the key T, or you can also go to the text section on the left panel, and from here there is this purple button that says add a text box. I actually don't need these two text boxes, so I'm going to delete one, and I'm going to customize the text inside this text box. I'm going back to the design tab, and under templates I'm going to scroll down and try to find inspiration for this page on my website. So I want to have something with an image so we can see our YouTube channel in there. And let me see, what do we have in here? I actually like this one in here, in which we see half of the page with an image and then the text and a button here on the left. So I think I'm actually going to take some inspiration from that website, and there is another one in here. I think I'm going to use this one actually. So I'm going to click on this design, and then we have 9 different pages in here. I'm just going to use the first one, so I'm going to click here on the plus icon, and then you have this window. This one, it's quite important, so you don't want to replace the current page, but you want to add a new page. So add as new page, and like this you can start using different elements from different templates into your final design. So I really like this image that we have here on the right hand side, and this button here. So what I'm going to do is to select these two items, the text box and this line, Ctrl C, and then going back up to my initial design and Ctrl V. I'm also going to change the text inside this button. So let's type join now, and for the image that I want to use here on the side, I'm going to use a mockup. So let me show you quickly how to create a mockup, because this can actually add a professional touch to your website, and this is actually pretty simple and free to use. So let's go to apps. From here you're going to search for mockups, hit enter. This is the app that we're going to use, so click here, and from here you're going to select the mockup that can work with your website. I'm gonna use something with a computer, so I'm gonna click see all, and I'm gonna use a computer because I'm gonna show our YouTube channel, and I think that can work. Let me scroll down, and I think this one looks quite nice. I'm clicking on the image, then I'm going to position this image in here, stretch it out, and I have already uploaded a screenshot of our YouTube channel to Canvas. So I'm going to open uploads. If you want to upload your own images or your screenshots to Canva, you can use this button that says upload an image. Okay, so I have this image that I want to insert into this laptop. So I simply select this image and then drag my image into the laptop. This is just going to take a couple of seconds, and that's it. We have a very professional mockup on our website. I think I'm going to continue working on this layout, because actually I feel like I want to have this image covering half of this page. So let me go back to design to see if I can find something that has already this layout. I believe this one or this one here, but we're going to use a free template, so let's go for this one. I'm gonna click here, add as new page, and I'm going to create a guide in here. If you don't have your rulers activated, go to File, Settings, and then show rulers and guides. Now that I know where the middle of the page is, I can delete this template here because we don't need it. Then I'm going to increase the size of this image until it touches this guide, and I believe I can already delete that guide. Now it's time to customize our fonts, so I'm gonna do a quick trick. I'm going to select any of the text boxes here, then I'm going to font, I'm going to select Montserrat, and then I'm gonna click change all. As you can see, the font on these other two text boxes changed automatically, and we can do the same with the color of the text boxes. I'm gonna add a custom color to this text box, so I'm going to add a new color, paste the hex code here, and now clicking on change all. This basically changed all of the brown fonts into this new color. And because this text box is black, the change didn't apply here. So I need to go to these text boxes and change the color manually. Now I need to change the color of the button. So simply click on the button and you will have the color option here. I'm gonna add a yellow color. And now let's make this font bold and let's change the color of the background. So I'm gonna select the background and going to background color, I'm going to select white. Now I'm gonna add a YouTube icon in here because we are talking about our YouTube membership. So I'm going to apps, and from here I'm going to search for brand, and this is the app that we are going to use. So brand fetch, click on the icon, and I already see YouTube here because I searched for it before, but you can search for the brand name that you want to use, select it, and then from here you can use or add the icons or the logos to your designs. So I'm gonna click on this one. You can see that I already have the icon on my design and I can start using it. Okay, I want to show you something here because if I want to delete this icon, every time that I click on the icon, it says ungroup. That means that these two elements are together. I simply need to click ungroup, and like this I can delete this icon and still keep the text box. I'm going to quickly customize this page. I'm going to work on the size of these text boxes and I'll see you in a second. I have the first page ready and let's continue with the second one. I'm going to delete this one because I don't need it anymore. I'm not going to use this page either, so let's delete it. And I believe I can use this page here. So I'm gonna add another custom color to this background. Let me go here, paste, and I want to show here our tiers. So I'm changing the title to our tiers. I'm gonna position this on this side of the page, and I believe I want to use something different in here. So I'm going back to design, go back and see if there is a template that has a slightly different layout that I can use in here. I think I have seen this template before and I believe we can actually use this page. So let me click on the plus icon, add as a new page, and I'm gonna use these two text boxes. I'm only going to use two because we only have two tiers at the moment. So I'm deleting these elements here, and remember that we have some icons on this design. I still want to keep that element, so I'm gonna add them later on. Going to delete and Control V. Remember that we copied these elements, so Control C, Control V in here. And now what we are going to do is to customize the fonts. So I'm selecting these text boxes by holding Shift and then clicking on the text boxes. Then go to font and select the font that you want to use. I'm going for Montserrat on the whole website, so I'm always going back to the same font. And now before I customize the content, I want to add some elements. So let's go to elements, and from here you're going to search for any kind of icon or element that you want to use on your website. I have in here under recently used a couple of icons that I can use on this website. So is this one here. With these icons you can actually change the colors, so I think that's also pretty important if you want your website to be very customized. And I'm gonna change these colors to yellow, and also the line of the text box can go yellow. I'm gonna add another text box to the bottom of this page. So go to text, add a text box, and this one would go somewhere here. I'm gonna take a couple of seconds to customize the text inside these text boxes, and I'll see you in a second. I have the second page ready, and I believe we have a lot of content in here. So if that happens to you and you want to increase the size of your page just to add a little bit more of negative space, you can do it by clicking on your page or the background of your page and then dragging this anchor down. So I just want to add a little bit more of space, so I believe this can be okay. I'm going to select all of the elements and then make sure that they are aligned to the middle and center. So this is good. Let me make sure that this is in the center, and that's it. Now, let me create the final page of my website. So I'm scrolling down and then deleting the pages that I'm not going to use. So these pages here, and then I think I'm gonna use this layout. I'm going to delete this element here, and now I'm going to YouTube because I want to embed this video. I'm simply going to click on the share button, copy the link, going back to the editor in Canva, and then Ctrl V. As simple as that is to embed a video on your website. Now I just need to work on the size of the video and the size of the text box that I'm going to have here. And finally, I'm going to add a button on this side. So let me go up. I'm going to take exactly the same button here, Ctrl C, then go back down, Ctrl V, and I'm going to customize this text here. So I have the title ready. I'm just going to paste it. I'm going to add another text box. So going to text, add a text box, because I want to make sure that everyone knows that you can cancel this membership anytime. And let me go to this toolbar to make this text box uppercase. Let me just change the color in the background to white, and I'm going to adjust a little bit here these elements on this page. Now I have the structure of my website ready, and if you want to preview how your website is going to look, you can click on this button on top of the screen that says preview, and from here you can see how your website looks. On desktop you have two little icons here on top, but you can also preview your website on mobile. So let me scroll down to show you how this website is looking. You can see on top of your website that there is a navigation bar. We have home, we have our services, which is actually our tiers page. We have our guarantee, but this is actually another page. So I'm gonna show you how you can change the names here on your navigation bar. You can also create a website without a navigation bar. So if you want to preview your website without it, you can preview it here. So I'm gonna see it without a navigation bar. Looks like this. You can scroll down and then preview your website on mobile. It's gonna look like this. Now let's make these buttons work. I'm gonna add here a link. So every time that you click on this link, you go to the join section of our membership. First thing is that when you click on this button and you right click and you don't see the link option, it could be because there are multiple elements here. And you know this because when you click on the button, it says here ungroup. So I'm gonna click here and suddenly you see that we have a shape and a text box. I'm gonna select the shape, right click, and we now have the option that says link. I'm going to copy the link that I need. So I'm going here to our channel, copy this link, going back to the editor in Canva, and now I'm gonna right click, link, and then pasting the link here. You're gonna click done, and that's it. Now let me show you something pretty cool here, and is that you can not only insert external links, but you can create buttons to refer to other pages on your website. So I want to link this button to the second page. You're gonna click on this text box or your button, right click, link, and then from here you will see that there is a window that you can scroll down. You can select other documents on your Canva account, or you see that it says pages in this document. You have home, our services, which is page 2, and then page 3. I'm going to select page 2, done, and every time that you link a text box, it is going to be underlined. But you can remove this underline by selecting your text box and then select underline. Now, let me go back to the preview window and show you what happens when I click learn more. This is going to take me automatically to page 2. Now, let me show you on desktop. When you click learn more, it will take you to page 2. Now, let me show you how to customize your navigation bar. You will need to change the name on your pages. So you can go to the grid view and from here change the name of your pages. Every time that you change the name of your pages, this is going to be reflected on the navigation bar. So second page is our tiers, and this one can be called more or more info. So I have the new names, going back to page 1 and preview. Now I'm going to preview it with the navigation bar, and as you can see we have the new names in here. So we have home, our tiers, and more. Now I'm clicking on this shape, right click, link, pasting the link here, and then done. This button is ready, and now I want to show you how to create that little icon or that little button that when you click it, it will take you back to the home page. We're going to elements. I'm going to select a round shape from here and make it really small. Let's go to shapes, see all, and I'm going to add an arrow pointing up. I'm going to change the color on this shape to gray, and then I'm going to select the arrow. I would like the corners of this arrow to be a little bit rounded, just a tiny bit, and I'm going to make this arrow very tiny. Position it here, adjusting the corners just a little bit more, and now we are going to make these shapes into a button. So I'm going to select the shape at the back, go to link, and then I'm going to select page 1, which is home, and I'm going to do the same for the arrow. So link, page 1, done. Let's go to preview, let's go down, and when you click on this arrow, it will take you up. Now, I want to show you something else about the website, and it is that the videos work. So this is the embedded video from YouTube, and when you click play, it works. You can also increase or reduce the volume. You can also skip the video, you can pause it. I think this website looks great, but we can add something else to make it even more amazing. I'm going to add a little animation, so every time that we land on the website, you see the button appearing. So I'm going to select this shape and then go to animate. From here you have all of these free animations, so you can hover on any of them to preview them on your element and select the one that you prefer. I'm going to use the one called Rise, and I'm also going to add the same animation to this text on my button. So I'm going to select Rise, and let me go to the preview. Pay attention to the button because we are going to see the animation appearing. So go to preview, and that's the button with an animation. I'm going to add the same animation to this button, Rise and Rise, and I think this website is ready to be published. Now, how do we publish this website? On top of the screen, you will see this button that says Publish Website. And when you click here, you'll be able to preview one more time your website. You can click on these little arrows to go back to the preview window. You can close this window. And now from here, you can select if you want your website to be without or with a navigation bar. I'm going with. Now, pretty important is that if you want your website to be responsive, you would like to leave this box checked. So whenever somebody is watching your website from a mobile device or from a desktop, it is going to look good. It's just that it's going to be resized for that specific device. Now from here you can publish your website for free with a free domain, which is the first option here. You can have up to 5 live websites on your free domain. You can also purchase a new domain within Canva, so buy a new domain through Canva, and you can also use your own domain on this website. This one is actually a pro feature, so let me go with this one and show you. When I click continue, that we have a little crown and it says upgrade to Canva Pro to connect to a domain you have bought from another company. So this is not an option for us today because we are using a free Canva account. I'm gonna use the free domain option, then click continue. From here we are going to enter our subdomain. We have a little note here that says that you can edit your subdomain later in your domain settings. I think I'm happy with this option, so I'm going to click continue. You can add a page description in here, or you can simply click publish. I'm gonna click publish and Canva it's preparing our website. And your website is live now. Whenever somebody uses this URL here, they're gonna land on your website. So you can copy the URL by clicking on this button and use it on your navigation bar. I'm gonna paste it here. And here's our website. Every link works, so whenever I click on this button, it's gonna take me to the membership pop-up window, and when I click on this button, it's gonna take me to page number 2, and remember that the videos work. Also, we have this cool little arrow pointing up that is going to take us back to the home page. I also decided to have a navigation bar, so these buttons here also work. Now let me show you the final outcome on mobile. This is how the website looks from here. Everything works, the buttons work, and the video as well. There is something that I realized I forgot to do, and it is that we need to group a couple of elements because we see here the 2 icons appearing below the title, but I want each icon to be grouped to a box. So let me do this quickly because I want to show you how to customize a website that you have already published. You're gonna go to canva.com, you're gonna log in with exactly the same account that you used to create your website. You're gonna make sure that you are under the For You tab, and then you're going to scroll down. Your website document should be somewhere here, so you're gonna open it by clicking on the image of your website. And then from here, if you want to edit your design, you need to click on this button. Now, the trick is that I want to select all of these elements, group them, and do the same for these elements here. Now, to save these changes and to publish the website again, I need to go back to publish website, and this time I just simply need to click continue and publish. My website is live now with the changes I have done, so let me go back to my phone. I'm going to refresh this website, scroll down, and as you can see now, each icon comes before the box, and we don't see the 2 icons below the title. This is just a small change, but I believe it can make a difference. I'm leaving the link to my Canva profile here, where we publish new Canva templates every week, so make sure to follow me there. Also, I'm leaving here a video where you can learn more about our membership, where we have perks and exclusive educational content. I think that's it for this tutorial, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!